We'll now hear from representatives of some of the groups that put together that collected these 2 million signatures. First, we'll hear from Damon Silvers, Policy Director of the AFL-CIO.
All right, good afternoon. That's better, a little louder. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. There we go. Okay, I'm Damon Silvers. I'm the Policy Director of the AFL-CIO. I'm here on behalf of President Richard Trumka, our 55-member national unions, and 12 million Americans and their families who work for a living, who supported President Obama for re-election, and who did so in large part because of his promise to protect our social insurance system and to oppose benefit cuts in Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. Now, as we stand here today, I'm not sure where the President stands on those commitments, but I can tell you where we stand. All right, we stand against any cuts in benefits in Social Security, Medicare, or Medicaid. Those kinds of cuts will hurt our country, and they are fundamentally unfair. The change CPI is Washington speak for benefit cut. All right, the change CPI is a big, complicated mathematical trick that amounts to a benefit cut. And it is a benefit cut of the worst type, meaning it is aimed directly at what makes Social Security an effective system for giving all Americans economic security, and that is in protection against inflation. It is aimed directly against that, and it hurts the most vulnerable people, the oldest. The older you get, the more vulnerable you are in terms of health, in terms of ability to work, and the worse the change CPI hurts you. Now that is just wrong. Now it is not too late, right? We joined today in putting together what I gather is more than 2 million signatures, more than 2 million Americans to the President, asking the President to stop playing political games, to stop with the Washington razzle-dazzle, and to stand for what he says he believes in, which is protecting and rebuilding America's middle class. And that's why the AFL-CIO, our member unions, and our members are here today to ask our President, whom we have done so much for and whom our hopes were so great for, to ask our President to carry out what he told us he would do when he sought our votes, and to ask the members of Congress of both parties, senators and congressmen, that whatever goes on across these back here, that they do the same. And to be clear, that for those people who decide that they would rather play Washington games, take money away from the aged, while, by the way, asking nothing, zero, nothing from corporate America. Right? You hear about revenue neutrality? Revenue neutrality means that we are asking nothing from corporate America. Zero. $500 billion plus in tax incentives and tax breaks for companies that outsource jobs, and we're going to take money out of the pockets of 90-year-olds?
Yeah. Tax Wall Street.
And so what we have to say about this is that if that's your agenda, there will be no cover. You will have to go out and explain that to the American people and justify that. And the labor movement is just going to say, well, that's what you did. You'll have to live with it. Thank you.